one of the good things is, okay, excellent. I'll just say my name again. It's Omar, just so the recording picks up, Isaac. But it's open to everyone. It's flexible, and we're all about making it inclusive to everyone as well. So therefore, we've got people that can support all different backgrounds. So as part of our service, it's personal development and confidence boosting program support that we can provide, one-to-one employment support, CV and job application advice. So therefore, look, if you're needing a CV, we can help you build one. We can give you a template and make you help you from there onwards. Or if you're interested in applying for one of the jobs that are on, like maybe like My Job Scotland or something, they're always application based. So therefore, we can support you with that as well. Or if you see some jobs on Good Moves, so application process could be quite daunting for an individual. So we're happy to support you through that process, or colleagues at People Plus are anyway. You also get to interview techniques and advice, so therefore we have colleagues that can support you with that. You can gain some recognised recognized qualifications through our learning platform, and we also provide support to anyone that starts work as well. So therefore, we're not going to just dump you into a job. Isaac, we've got a lot of jobs that we offer, so therefore it's a case of like you can either pick up one of the ones that we've got and we'll put you forward to it. If you're saying, no, I want to work for Rangers or something, then we'll do our best to support you through it. And at the end of it, we'll also support you through the first year of that learning, or the first year when you're in work. So if you still have a friend or a mentor that you can maybe contact and see if you need any additional support. What sets us apart from different providers is the fact that we're a lot more inclusive. So therefore, we're here to support and represent groups. We can do the cultural barriers, we can do the language barriers, and we can manage expectations. I know when you're working with ethnic minorities, people expect to be a doctor or something along the lines. So we're here to see realistically, look, this is what's going to work out for you, or this is where we can maybe signpost you towards. Our mission is just to make a difference. So we're here to work with anyone and everyone. We've got a focus here for underrepresented groups, as I mentioned, and we're all about connecting communities, and that's the reason I've reached out to Isaac and various other communities across Glasgow as well, to make sure that people are aware of this, aware of the support, and make sure that you access it if that's possible. This is just about the eligibility, to make sure that we're helping the right people. So as it's funded by the Scottish Government, we can only support certain people. So you have to have the right to work in the UK. So if you've got refugee status, then you'll more likely have the right to work. If you're an asylum seeker, I'm really sorry to say, but we can't support you just yet. But feel free, but keep in touch, and then as soon as you've got your status, we can pick up from there. I know it says over 18, but in some cases we are able to pick up people from 16 years old and onwards. And like I said, it's open to all backgrounds, so it's all inclusive, I guess. These are some of the flyers that I've sent over to Isaac in recent weeks. So as you can see on the left-hand side, it's all about our business starter program. So when ethnic minorities go down the route of setting up their own companies, they'll probably speak to a friend, family, and just go ahead and set up their own shop or whatever business they're trying to do. But with our program, it's completely free. You'll get starting a business program, financial planning, banking, running a business. They're all supports, and we've got a dedicated business advisor that can support you through the process. On the right-hand side, we've got a flyer that's about looking for work, and that's all the things I've already mentioned about getting CV ready, SQE qualifications, and the financial assistance as well. So I think Jav and I were speaking about it when we were just waiting for the call to go ahead. So if you're struggling financially to get to an interview, or if you need some money initially to travel to work, we can support you with that as well. So we've got a little bit of financial money we can give you. And that's about it, really. So that's pretty much all my presentation. I'm going to come out of this, right? I'm just going to share some.
Sorry.
That's okay, don't worry about it. I've shared the flyers that I've already done, but this is our new one, Isaac. So I'll send this over to you today or tomorrow when I get a chance. So this is our new flyer, same offer, same opportunities, but we're more focused towards jobs at the moment because there's a lot more jobs coming through that flyer. And then I think I might have sent over a jobs list to you recently. And that's my last thing I want to do before I pass it over to Jav. So, oh, for goodness sake, just done that again. Right, bear with me, guys. Let me go find that flyer, because it's important for us to tell you about some of the jobs that are available as well. It's not just, I don't want to just be sitting here saying that we can support you, and not talk about any jobs. So what we can do is that we've got some entry-level jobs that are currently available. Right? Here's this flyer. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see, plasterer, rough casters, they're probably not entry level, so we do need a little bit of experience there. But we've got some entry level bookkeepers, a dental nurse in Shawlands. We've also got a dental nurse in Kirkintilloch. We've got that filled. We've got warehouse operatives in Tradeston, retail assistant, Glasgow wide, loads of them. The hospitality is booming at the moment, so we've got a lot of chef opportunities. So anybody that's interested in working in the hospitality sector, food production, Springburn, trainee butcher in the Tradeston area, so and a class 2 driver. These are just some of the small jobs that we've got at the moment. We've got lots more coming through, and Gavin probably mentioned a couple of them as well. So this is just my current list. We've also got some apprenticeship training that we can offer, and in a few weeks' time we'll have some graduate positions as well. So therefore, we do have lots of jobs coming through. So I'm just encouraging anybody to get in touch with us that is struggling for work. Okay. So that's pretty much all my presentations and all my slides done. Jav, have I missed anything that you'd maybe like to add?
No, you got everything there, Omar. I hope the presentation, is informative, and especially the job list as well. Hopefully that maybe captures some of our clients' interest that we have on today. I just also want to say thanks as well. Like, I know it's a Saturday and some of you guys have taken the time out to come out and join, so we really appreciate that. But yeah, it is a free service, there's no cost to it at all. So and like Omar said, your benefits will not be affected in any way. So you can come on and get support with People Plus for up to 2 years, and your benefits, you can start, that's something you don't need to worry about. And we can help you on your journey to get into work, whether that's part-time or full-time or apprenticeship, internship, whatever it is that you're interested in. I know it sounds cliche, but you very much have a voice when you come on here. And when you get assigned a key worker, they will very much listen to what you're interested in, what you want, where you want to go, and obviously look at your experience as well that you have, whether that's informal experience, maybe, if you had a gap in your employment history, you've got informal experience, perhaps, being at home and looking after family and things like that. So yeah, there's a lot that we will look at to help you on your journey. But yeah, I hope that's kind of was good, and hopefully, you can share that out to the community as well for us.
Yeah, one of the things that we were just discussing before the call went ahead is just the amount of jobs that are coming through at the moment, and we're just really keen to get them filled. I think last month I had about 10 or 12 that were outstanding and didn't get filled, and I don't like that at all, because at the end of the day we can lose employers that way. So going forward, if we would really encourage it, if you're interested, not just ones that are on the list, if you've got any other thoughts like, oh, I'd like to do this, we can check to see if we've got it. If we've not got it, we'll certainly support you anyway. And I know Jav said that we can support you for 2 years, but we don't want to be keeping you that long.
Yeah, we want to be a quick turnaround.
We want to get you in, get you assigned a mentor, support you into your employment journey and get you into work, really. That's our ambition, really.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a very, very quick turnaround, because see a lot of the jobs that come through, let's say the closing date is the next day or 2 days later, and the interviews are very, very quick. So it is a lot fast paced, but it's because we really just want to get people into work and help them on their journey. Yeah,
one of the other things I would say is that the employers that we work with, we've just got such good relationships, so that means that we can like push them on things. So for example, if Isaac was to come on board, I'm like, Isaac's brilliant at hospitality. You got to see this guy, and they will listen. So they'll bring you in the next day and potentially have a look at you and potentially offer you a job. So therefore, we do have that relationship with the big companies out there. I'm not going to sit here and promise you a job at Barclays. That's a process. But we can support you with the application form. But the other employers that we work with, we can certainly give them a nudge, say, look, you're a good candidate. I initially started by saying that I would like to have a quick discussion around jobs, and I would just, Isaac, I know you're our main focus here, but if there's anything that you want to add, ask any questions. Anybody can ask any questions, I guess. But what's the job market like for you guys? What's it like for the Ghana Association? Are they okay for jobs? Are they looking for work? Are How can we best? How do you feel that we can best support them?
I think you've given a very good presentation in terms of, because it's a very big group and due to current restrictions, we haven't seen people. So we're getting to know ourselves better, to know what are the challenges in terms of jobs. Obviously, the service you are providing is fantastic, and we will continue to share the information on the platform and see who comes to you. I think we only know about one person that you're dealing with at the moment. And we hope that as we continue posting, people will come. And I'm surprised that there are jobs that are not getting filled.
Honestly, it's a regular occurrence at the moment, which is really disappointing. I don't know what to say. It's just,
Yeah.
Really?
I was shocked, like when you said that they didn't turn up.
I promise you, honestly.
Like,
Remember last month's job list, the red one?
yeah.
Yeah, I think there was only one of them positions out of the 10, 15 were got filled. I kid you not. And then I've obviously just mentioned to you that last week it was meant to be a couple of people that were meant to start last week and they didn't show up for their work. You know, so therefore, I don't know if the pandemic's made people lazy or if the fact that they don't want to work. But I'll tell you one thing: the employers that we work with, they'll pay. Obviously, you're going to get minimum wage, right? In most cases, but they pay above that as well. Like for example, the other day I sent some project workers into Darren and Sarah Jav, and they're paying £15-16 an hour, and it's just like admin roles. So some decent roles out there. That one's based in Crookston Community Group, all in Pollock. Them ones that I mentioned. But look, guys, I'm not gonna throw you into a job, right? It's at the end of the day, it's gonna be your choice to say, yeah, I want to do this one or I don't want to do this one.
Yeah. I
And
sorry.
do you have, it's me, Elizabeth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, when you go.
I'm speaking of somebody's, yeah. Do you have jobs for like students? Something like part-time for students?
No, well, I have.
Want me to take that?
See, as part of the process, right? Program at Fair Start, we can only help those that are unemployed, and a student would be classed as a student. Unfortunately, I do have a website that I run. It's called mysaturdayjob.scot.
Oh, okay.
And it's all about part-time jobs. So therefore, because the schools are going back, the website will start having jobs coming through in the next 2 weeks. So if it's for part-time opportunities and for students, that's purely for them. But as part of our Fair Start program, it's only for those that are unemployed and seeking work and that need the help. Is that okay?
Yes, I did get it. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Where are you located? Do you have like a premises or you're online?
Well, we've got the People Plus have got a website, but we're based in Glasgow City Centre, Stockwell Street. That's where our colleagues are at People Plus, Stockwell Street, next to the Argos. You know where the Argos City Centre is? Next to behind St Enoch. Yeah, so I think most, Jav will probably tell you, I think most of the calls at the moment are online, but if you were to pop in, we can arrange something somewhere.
Yeah, so just really as of sort of last week, we've started to sort of invite our participant back into the office. So usually when you come onto the service, maybe the first couple of appointments will be over the phone or a video call, whatever you're comfortable with the key worker, and then thereafter you'll be invited to come in, but it'll be all through appointments, just so we're managing the number of people in. But certainly we're now able to do that face-to-face, which is something that we couldn't do really since the pandemic started. So yeah, in City Centre, opposite the Argos, so it's on the 4th floor, so it's a really big office.
Where's it you base yourself, Lydia?
Oh, I'm in Paisley. In fact, I'm asking this question for someone, not for myself, actually. Yeah, so I can spread the word.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lydia. It's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Any more questions I have?
Even in the chat box, in case someone's shy.
Yeah.
Feel free to direct messages.
No questions? Right. I'll take your final comments then, and then as promised, because I'm recording this, I'll share the recording on the platform. All the 200 people over there
wow.
can go and play and then listen to presentation as well.
Thank you. Really, really appreciate that.
Well, my final comments are just going to be the fact that we've got support available for anyone that's looking for work, or even to look at set up their own business. It's free of charge. It doesn't affect any benefits. And my key thing is the fact that we have jobs at the moment, and that doesn't go for everyone. Like this week, I took part in a session with other employability organisations, and not a single one of them spoke about work, spoke about jobs that they have, and that's one of the things that we have in abundance. So if you're looking for work, feel free to get in touch with us, and we'll support you into your journey, I guess.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming to speak to us, especially on a Saturday. You're probably somewhere having fun. You took the time to come and.
Isaac, I don't drink, or I'd be in the pub if I did.
So we really appreciate it. And,
no, appreciate it.
We will send the message around, and we'll keep in touch and keep our relationship on.
That's great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much, Isaac.
We thank you for the role you're playing in helping build.
Not at all.
So, like I said, we'll move on to a health talk. Lydia, as a pharmacist, she's going to give a health talk. You're free to stay because it's open to anyone. If you want to leave, we won't be offended. But if you want to stay, we'll be pleased to have you.
Lydia, are you a community pharmacist or are you an NHS pharmacist?
I'm a community pharmacist.
And which pharmacy do you work in?
I work in Loy's Pharmacy. It's located in Paisley. There's quite a few Loy's pharmacies in Paisley, and I work in one of them.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is my wife's a pharmacist.
All right.
Yeah, so she'd probably have some questions for you, but she's not here just now.
Okay.
So let's just Lydia, and please take us out.
Okay. See my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'm just going to share about a service that you can access from the pharmacy free of charge. And this is a service called Pharmacy First. Not a lot of people know about this service, even though it's been in existence for about a year. We all know about the minor ailment service, but that's not in existence anymore. What is in existence at the moment is called Pharmacy First. So, Pharmacy First was introduced on the 29th of July, 2020, and it's designed to encourage people to visit their pharmacy as the first port of call for minor conditions and specific clinical conditions. It replaced the minor ailment. And I don't know if we all do, but the minor ailment service was for only a few people who were exempted from paying their prescriptions. But this service called the Pharmacy First is for all people who live in Scotland and are registered with a doctor in Scotland. The minor ailment service was very restrictive and the formulary was very limited. So there's a need for consistency across Scotland. The Health Board recognized this. And at the moment, pharmacy is changing. Gone are the days when you see the pharmacist at the back of the dispensary mixing medications. Now pharmacists do come out, chat with customers, and they're able to prescribe and advise. And there's a change in customer behavior. People are more informed about their health. People are just able to go online, Google, and find out what's wrong with them. And they come in and they're able to tell you what is wrong with them. So it's time to actually act now and move pharmacy forward. Also, the public spending is being scrutinized more and more. So the Health Board is being challenged to do something with the money that the government provides them. There is so much uncertainty about the future, and especially now with COVID-19 and all that is going on. And this is the right time to change things. So the future is now. So the solution was to provide a service that will meet the needs of the customer. So Pharmacy First. Under Pharmacy First, we treat minor conditions like sore throat, cold sores, colds, and coughs, amongst other things. There's also common clinical conditions that you can assess treatment and advice from the pharmacy, and these include urinary tract infections, impetigo, shingles, antibiotics for infected skin conditions like cellulitis and insect bites. So who is the service for? Like I said earlier on, anybody at all who lives in Scotland and is registered with a GP practice in Scotland. And how does the service work? There are 3 elements to the service. You walk into the pharmacy and you request to speak to the pharmacist. Then there are 3 things that the pharmacist can provide. They either provide you with advice. That is, if the condition you are presenting with doesn't need any treatment, they will just advise you, maybe take rest, take some warm drinks, or just chill. Or they can give you treatment, that is, provide you with some medication, or they can refer you if it's something that needs to be seen immediately by another healthcare professional. And some of the conditions that you can assess medication for or advice for include acne, allergies, Atley's foot, backache, blocked or runny nose, cold sores, constipation, cough, cystitis in women, diarrhea, earache, headache, hemorrhoids, hay fever, impetigo, indigestion, mouth ulcers, sore throat, period pain, threadworm, warts, and verrucas. There's medications that can be provided for all these conditions under the Pharmacy First service. We follow a formulary, and under some of the conditions, the medications under the formulary would vary based on which health board you are located. So I am located in Paisley and you might be somewhere in Glasgow. For maybe a condition in an indigestion problem, there could be something that I can get from a pharmacy in Paisley that you would not get from a pharmacy in Glasgow. Yours would probably be something different. If you want something specific that is not on the formulary, then you would have to buy. So how do I use the service? The service is an NHS service and it's available from all pharmacies in Scotland that dispense NHS prescriptions. And you can choose which pharmacy to use. In most cases, there's no need to make an appointment. It's a walk-in service. You walk into the pharmacy and you request to speak to the pharmacist or any of the healthcare assistants, and they should be able to help as well. So what happens is, once you get into the pharmacy, if you want to access the service, there'll be some details taken from you. They'll take your name, your date of birth, your postcode, and we'll set up a patient's medication record for you. And then there'll be a consultation with the pharmacist. So they'll ask you what symptoms you are experiencing, and if it's just an advice you need, they'll provide you the advice. If it's a medication, they'll provide you with a medication. And if it's something that has to be referred, they'll refer you immediately. We've got a professional to professional phone contact where you wouldn't be asked to go and phone the NHS 24. The pharmacist can phone the professional in the hospital and refer you straight away, because they're going to ask the pharmacist what the symptoms are, and they would assess whether they need to see you immediately, and that can be done immediately for you. So can I go to other pharmacies? For instance, your own pharmacy, yes, you can go to another pharmacy. It's advisable that you stick to one pharmacy so you can build a record of your treatment in that particular pharmacy. And also, if you're on any medications at all, then it would reflect when they are prescribing something for you. They would know whether you would have an interaction or whether you are allergic to anything that they are going to be prescribing for you. There is an extension to the Pharmacy First service, and this is called the Pharmacy First Plus. The Pharmacy First Plus at the moment It's not in all pharmacies. It's in certain pharmacies, and it's in pharmacies where there is an independent prescribing pharmacist, and they have a clinic set up, and they provide common clinical condition service. So these are pharmacists who have been trained further to prescribe any drug at all, apart from controlled drugs. So you walk into the pharmacy, and if it's a condition that is above a minor condition, these are pharmacists who can assess and prescribe a medication for you. And these are people who have been accredited by the health board. They've got their prescription pads and they are able to prescribe. At the moment, it's becoming quite common because more and more pharmacists are being trained to become independent prescribing pharmacists. And for some surgeries, even when you phone and they realize that what is happening to you is something that an independent prescriber can deal with, they'll just refer you straight to the prescribing pharmacist so you can go and speak to them. And this helps save time as well. And becoming popular, like I said earlier on, people are referred by their GPs and other pharmacists who know that certain pharmacists have an independent prescriber also refer patients to them just so they can be seen promptly. So I want to show you a list of medications that you can get from the Pharmacy First service. This is a public document. It's on the NHS site. So I'll just take you through some of the things that you can access. Just so you have an idea, if you have a sore throat, you know you can go to the pharmacy and get a spray. If you have mouth ulcers, you know you can go and get a mouthwash. If you have a headache, you know you can go to the pharmacy and get paracetamol. You don't have to sit or you don't have to wait for it to become worse. You just go and you would be provided with the necessary help. So I'll show you a list, the formulary, so you can have a fair idea what you can get from the pharmacy. Can you see it? It says NHS Scotland.
No. You probably have to stop sharing this one and then click on.
Stop sharing the first one, okay. Stop sharing. Okay, is it on?
It's coming. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the formulary is divided into different categories, and for stomach problems, you can get, and as I said earlier on, based on which health board area you're located in, it might vary. So you can get things like Peptac, peppermint Peptac anisette, you can get co-malga drugs, you can get things for gripe, for colic, for wind pain, irritable bowel disease, acute diarrhea, there's stuff for it. There's things that you can get for constipation. Even if you're on any of these things and you run out and you've not been able to get hold of your surgery, you can go to the pharmacy and speak to them, tell them what the issue is, and they should be able to prescribe some of these things for you. For hemorrhoids, you can get Anusol cream, Anusol ointment. You can get some suppositories. For allergy, there's cetirizine, chlorpheniramine, loratadine. For cough, you can get simple Limtus, pseudoephedrine for nasal congestion, nasal allergy, you can get beclomethasone nasal spray. You can get stuff for travel sickness. You can get paracetamol, both for children and for adults. You can get things for migraine, like sumatriptan, prochlorperazine, aspirin, Despacable. You can get ibuprofen tablets, ibuprofen gel. You can get ibuprofen liquid for children. You can get things for vaginal candidiasis, fungal skin infections. You can get creams A lot of things are available for us to say, and all these things are free. You don't have to pay. It's available for anybody at all who lives in Scotland and is registered with a GP. And for the PGDs, that is for the specific conditions like the urinary tract infections and antibiotics for impetigo and for skin infections. There's specific antibiotics that we are meant to prescribe. So the pharmacist will take you through a consultation. And after the consultation, if you require an antibiotic, they would prescribe the antibiotic for you. And for your mouth, if you have a mouth ulcer or an inflammation, you can get a mouth spray, you can get a mouthwash, you can get miconazole oral gel for oral thrush. And for skin conditions, you can get different kinds of creams and ointments. And all these are available on this service. So this is just an awareness creation presentation, just so we are all aware of what is available to us from our local pharmacy. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Lydia, for the brilliant presentation. I've not heard about Pharmacy First before, so for me it's brand new, and I believe we've learned something about it. The floor is open for anyone who has any question for Lydia, or you can put that in the chat box. Unless you're trying to say the presentation was perfect and she's covered everything.
I was just going to say thank you so much for that, Lydia. I didn't really know that was a thing now, you know. So even me personally, that's really good to know. And I think it would be just good to circulate that out there. So I don't know if people to even just send the presentation or the formulary over, share it with just colleagues within People Plus, and they can forward it on to participants.
Okay.
Because quite often it's a case of just you want to phone the doctor to get something, and then you're waiting until the prescriptions come through, or you need to pay for it. So I didn't know that was like a thing now. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
No problem.
Lydia has a YouTube channel, and she puts a lot of information, a lot of health advice. So you can subscribe to a channel.
Yeah, what's the name? What's the YouTube name?
It's called Time with Lydia the Pharmacist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make me note of that.
Time with Lydia the Pharmacist. At the moment, I'm doing a series on diabetes.
Well, I think someone's put a question in. What if you are a visitor in Scotland? Will it be available to you?
All right. If you're a visitor in Scotland, it won't be available to you. You have to be registered with a doctor in Scotland. Yeah, because the system identifies you with a KI number, and it's only those who are registered with a doctor who have a KI number. Yeah, so if you want to access the service, you have to register with a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Any more questions that you've got for Lydia?
I think really just for me, it was just like if I was just going to a pharmacy, would I have to say, oh, I want to get something under the pharmacy first, or is it just standard practice that they will know what I mean?
Yes, it's not standard practice. The thing is, when you come in, sometimes some people are in a hurry. They come in and they just want to buy. So depending on what your state is, what your mood is, whatever, we would ask you, normally we would ask you if it's a condition that we can give you something on the pharmacy first. We would ask you whether you want us to give it to you on the pharmacy first or you want to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, because some people just come in and they just want to buy it. They're in a hurry. But if you
Yeah.
want to access the service, it's there for you. Because what happens is we'll have to take some details from you. So if you're patient enough, we can take those details and then put your name on the
Yeah.
system. And
So it's like that's the price you pay, isn't it? If you
yeah,
have
exactly.
time,
Yeah.
or that. Yeah, no, that's really good to know. I'll definitely share that.
Yeah.
So see, if I
So,
walk into a pharmacy, I can just say that I want to access pharmacy first.
Yes, you
Mhm.
can say you want to access pharmacy first, yeah. And then you tell them what is wrong with you.
So whatever information that you put there, is it going to appear on my file in the GP?
We are not connected to the GP at the moment. So it's going to be on your records in the pharmacy.
Mm.
But
Yeah, it's
the-
going to be on
But
your
the,
record.
the
You know,
doctor
we've got
should
your
also
record.
know that I've been to your place. The
Say that
doctor-
again.
I think the doctor should know. In case my condition doesn't improve, the doctor should know that I've been to your place and whatever you gave me. So, I mean, it shouldn't be two files at the same time. I don't know if that is right.
Okay, so remember I said we've got the Pharmacy First Plus as well. For the Pharmacy First, the Pharmacy First is for minor conditions. So let's say you've got a mouth ulcer and you come in and I give you or a fungal infection in your mouth and you come in and I give you Daktarin oral gel and you use it and it doesn't go away. You would phone your doctor. So when you phone your doctor and you go and your doctor is carrying out the consultation, the doctor would ask you whether you've used anything, or you would even tell the doctor that I went to the pharmacy and I got Daktarin oral gel and I used it and it's not gone away. So then the doctor would give you something that is stronger. And with the Pharmacy First Plus, where we assess the independent pharmacist prescriber, I am a prescriber. I would carry out a consultation and I will send a copy of the consultation to your doctor. So we've got the Pharmacy First and the Pharmacy First Plus. So the Pharmacy First Plus is a natural consultation where everything is documented. You tell me, I've had this for this long, I've tried this, I've done this, I'll document every single thing. And then I'll send it to your doctor and they would put a record on your, they'll put all the details on your record. So there's two things. One doesn't go to your doctor and one goes to your doctor. But the one that doesn't even go to your doctor is on our system. And whatever we give you is recorded on our system.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, that's what. Maybe you will need more later. Thank you.
No problem.
Any more? Any more? It appears that's going to be a very short session. We booked 2 hours for this. We've done magic by using just a little over an hour. So this has been recorded. I will share it and I'll share the slides from Pathway and the slides from Lydia and to everyone. I will put a video out also for anyone who wants to. It will be on our YouTube channel as well. We'll put on our YouTube channel as well for anyone who wants to access it. Lydia, I'll take your final comments, your final words before we end.
Okay. All I would say is if there's anything that you are suffering from, don't wait for it to become worse. The pharmacy should be your first point of call. That's a place where you can just walk in. It's not like the GP practice where you need to phone and make an appointment. You can visit the pharmacy first of all, and if there's a need for you to be referred, you will be referred immediately. And as I said earlier on, we've got a professional to professional contact details where if we see the need for you to be referred, we do it straight away for you. So don't wait for any condition to become worse. Visit your pharmacy and there will be somebody there to help you out. Yes, I can see a question here. Pharmacy Plus is also free. You don't pay anything.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Emmanuel, your hand is up.
It's me. No, it's me.
Okay.
I'm using this one that he's using the other one. Please, let's say I'm in Glasgow. If I go to Edinburgh and I'm not well, can I use that one there?
Yes, you can. So long as it's in Scotland, you can. Yes,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
no problem.
done.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you very much, Lydia, for taking time to do this presentation. I really appreciate the support you're giving to our community, and we'll continue to engage. And once again, thanks, Jav, for coming to speak to us. So it's been a great time. Not many people are here, but because of social media, it will go far. And so thank you very much. Our program has come to an end. I'll leave this open. If you want to stay here and chat, then feel free. I'll keep it open. So go enjoy the rest of the sun. I can see the sun coming out. So
Sun's coming out now. Yeah.
It's been lovely having all of you. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
your audience. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone,
Bye.
and enjoy your night.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for
Bye.
having me as well. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So.